Hello and welcome. Hope all of you are doing well. Today, a few more stamp show finds. So let's get started. Germany, American and British occupation zones. The stamps are German printing, perforated 11 by 11 and a half, with a catalog value of $8. Perforation and color in this series is really very critical, as the value could go as high as $900 just on this yellow 6-pfennig stamp. Unfortunately, this is the cheap version, but that's probably what you normally encounter, but you never know. So have to be accurate in determining which one it is. And Germany again, multiple franking of 1949. The tax stamp on the upper left has no impact on the postage. It was mandatory to rebuild Berlin. Perf, watermark, plate flower varieties in this series are numerous. This cover, however, is just $1 to $3. Germany again, a registered Allied occupation airmail cover of 1949 to Peru, correctly franked with 130 pfennig for postage and 40 pfennig for the registration fee, totaling 170 pfennig, with a catalog value of $90. Yes, this one is a little bit better. And the postmaster noted the weight in grams. So sometimes pencil markings are important. So that means 11 grams was the second weight class of this particular letter, just in the second weight class. The first one goes up to 10 grams, so 1 gram over for a little higher rate. And here we have the first and then the second transit cancel, and finally the arrival mark, as is all proper because this is a registered letter. Should always have the arrival postmark. So as you can see between this cover and the previous, quite a bit of difference in catalog value. So we must check them out accurately. And here, Germany again, Prussia, quite an interesting item. This one is actually only a cover front, but nonetheless, it holds a lot of interesting information. It was mailed in 1864 in Berlin to Captain William W. Falwell of the 50th New York Regiment Volunteer Engineers during the time of the Civil War. A most interesting U.S. Civil War related item. I can't help but wonder who from in Berlin mailed this letter and what did it actually contain. Yeah, I thought this was quite an interesting Civil War, U.S. Civil War related item, even though it's just a cover front. So reading what is on the letter or piece or cover front sometimes can reveal a lot of interesting things. And yeah, here we have Hamburg and New York transit cancels. The stamps themselves only catalog about $22, but that's okay. Actually, a nice piece of history. Yeah, that concluded the cover finds of the last stamp show. Now, sifting through lower cost box lots can be interesting as well, such as a nice clean assortment of worldwide perfins, as we can see. Sound stamps, clean perfins in various positions. For the perfin collector, probably an interesting item. And Australian states, an older New South Wales label on the upper left, and Queensland revenues, this whole group right here. And on the bottom two, South Africa bilingual cigarette tax labels. Well, I don't exactly collect this kind of stuff, but I still find it quite interesting. You never know what a cheaper small box lot can contain. Definitely challenging and interesting to sift through. This one really got me. Another cover front, or actually not even that much, a partial cutout from a letter or package, I'm not sure which. New Zealand, a most unusual, modern, well, cover front perhaps. Um, a huge, quite interesting amount of life history is available on the internet, but far too much to put into this video. I just couldn't resist showing this. Sir Clifford George Skeggs, JP, is a New Zealand businessman from Dunedin and was mayor of Dunedin from 1977 to 1989. Today, age 93. But somebody stamped it traitor. And again, the internet does hold a huge amount of information if somebody is interested to check that out. Interesting, all right. Mexico. Also interesting, 1924 UPU registration label. Joined UPU 1 April of 1879. Here, too, much history. The bottom stamp shows Emiliano Zapata Salazar, a Mexican revolutionary of 1910 to 1920, and inspired the agrarian movement called Zapatismo. Yeah, very interesting. The registration label as well, both the country name is hand stamped in violet and the registration number, uh, perhaps also violet but quite dark, also hand stamped. So kind of like a universal registration label. And Great Britain, modern booklet paints on small piece but with surprising 2015 catalog value of a total of $43.50 for this small group. Who would think that? Well, surprises can happen periodically. And Great Britain again, a 2002 souvenir sheet, also with a surprising 2015 catalog value of $16. Yeah, modern stamps do surprise at times. Nicaragua, 1937 domestic airmail set. The one to look for is the 4 centavo, but in rose color. This one right here. Only 200 were printed. Unfortunately, the one shown is in the normal color of brown carmine. Well, keep that in mind because these kind of stamps do appear, well, maybe not regularly, but I've seen them quite often in box lots or other small lots. So keep an eye for the 4 centavo in rose. Yeah, top row, Dominican Republic of 1904 to 06. Low catalog value, but numerous overprint plate flaws are listed. So might be worthwhile to take a real close look if you have any of these. And on the bottom, Colombia, special delivery stamps of 1904 and 1909 respectively. Number in script and also the other one on the right, hand stamped. So all very interesting stuff. As I say to almost everything, but I cannot help it. Once you're addicted, you're addicted. What else can I say? Yeah. And Dominican Republic. Well, the one on the left definitely appears to be a forgery. Nothing seems to fit properly according to the catalog. The color, no watermark, paper, yeah, nothing matches in any combination. And on the right, Costa Rica of 1888. Guanacaste. Well, here the overprint um, has an error or perhaps is also a forgery. The last letter should have been an E and yet it is an O. If real, this particular overprint on these stamps, and there are a few others, were only valid in Guanacaste province. So again, it took a moment or two to actually locate this in the catalog because it's tucked away in the back part of the country listing. Orange River Colony, issue of 1900 with large and small half-pence overprint as a pair with a catalog value of $70 plus. Very easy to overlook, but you can see, I'm sure, the difference between the two. I think it is visible. The single would be $70, so I figured as a pair, it should be a little bit more in regards to catalog value. And Gibraltar, a nice 1953 mint not hinged stamp buried amongst hundreds of common stamps. A 2015 catalog value values this stamp at $37.50. Yeah, not bad. An unexpected find in excellent condition. Well, and that concludes this video, and I hope you have enjoyed at least a little bit of it. I thank you so very much for watching. Well, we probably all feel similar about sifting through disarrayed box lots of stamps or cover boxes and so on, and always hope to find a little treasure here and there. And hopefully we do succeed. Now, certainly wish all of you my best of luck. Hope you find that big one of these days. My channel, Stamp Space, My Fun Things.